Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we're looking at USB mics. Now, straight into what we're talking about today. It is probably the best budget USB mic that you can get out there at the moment. So I did a lot of research on this because I'm going out and about with the podcast that I have and interviewing guests. Now, I wanted something very minimal. I didn't want to be, bringing like audio interfaces with me and XLR leads and big clunky mics with me. So I kind of thought, let's do it budget. Let's have a look at some of the USB mics that are out there and see what is there, just for a nice, easy kind of setup, plug and play, and that's it, right? And the one mic that kept cropping up was this, the Fifine. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Fifine, and it is the K669B series. All right. At the front there says conveniently plug and play, clear and bright voice, but we'll see what is in there. And I actually went and I've got two of these. They were on Amazon and I think it was around about £31 for one of them. So I will leave the link in the description just in case that you're perhaps convinced by this mic, but we'll take a little unboxing of it. We'll take a little look at the build quality. We'll take a look at the sound quality as well. And I'll kind of compare it to what I'm using right now from the Shure SM7B. I'm not expecting it to be an amazing microphone. I'm not expecting it to be anywhere near the quality of the Shure, but I'm hoping it'll be a nice wee substitute, as a budget option for a USB mic, just for again, convenience, plug and play, and there we are. So let's do the unboxing then. So inside the box, as normally, you will get the little user manual. I don't think we'll really be needing that, to be honest, because it's simply plug and play. A little bit of packaging there. The one thing I will say from the very start is that I realized that it doesn't have a USB that can come out of the mic. So see the way there? I mean, if that ever needed replaced, there's no way of taking that out. That is within the mic itself. A fairly long lead though, to be fair. And to be honest, the build quality, it doesn't feel like a tacky £30 mic. I was expecting it to be, really tacky plastic and so on, but it's actually quite heavy and a metal, but very hard, very nice metal finish to it. Again, I mean, it's not going to be 100% premium that you're paying for, but I mean, what you are paying for the £30, that is what you're getting. The Fifine USB mic, and as you can see there, a little volume knob there at the front. Basically, when it's all the way to the left, it's mute. That's one thing I did read up about it. And a lot of people saying you don't even need barely a quarter turn on the gain. So we'll see how that pans out when we do our sound test, but a pretty long lead as well, which is always nice. Always nice to have the option of a long lead, especially when you can't just disconnect the lead and put another one in. So, I'm happy. I'm happy so far. I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with the build quality. It feels nice. It doesn't feel very tacky. It feels nice. And also with the box, then you get the little tabletop tripod, which just screws in there and makes that just sit nicely on the desktop. So let's do the comparison then from the Shure SM7B. What I'm going to do just before I do that, I'm going to knock off all of my processing. So the raw sound of the Shure SM7B. Let's swap over to the desktop. I've got it kind of sitting just on the table in front of me. It's not on a boom arm. It's not right in front of my mouth as the Shure is. But let's do a test of it just sitting on the desk on the little tripod that is supplied. And here we are then. This is the audio that you're hearing from the microphone, which is probably kind of 2 hands distance away from me. I know it's a weird measurement to do, but 2 hands distance away from me on the table at the moment. So yeah, let me know how that sounds. But let's bring the mic closer then. We're going to have to turn the volume, the kind of gain down ever so slightly on that. So bringing this up to my face, so this is what it sounds like pretty close then, and again I'll perhaps turn that down just a little bit more so we're not peaking. So I mean, if you had a boom arm and I was sitting around about this distance to your face, do you think it's worth the £30? Does it sound like a £30 mic? That's the question I want answered. Does it sound like a budget £30 mic? Or you know what, some of the recordings that I have heard previously from other people on their YouTube videos, I've been very, very surprised at the audio quality. So hopefully that is coming through in this video as well. But again, it may be just peaking ever so slightly. I know I really should have headphones in for this test. But let's have a wee test of the noise floor and just the general sound around the microphone itself then. And then we'll look at different desktop positions as well, because more than likely this is going to be sat on the desk in front of you, and obviously you can kind of tilt that back and forth towards you. So let's go around the mic then. So this is me slowly then moving the mic around to the side, so it's going to pick obviously most of your voice up from the front of the mic. So this is me fully talking into the back of the mic there, you can see that. And we're just going to move back around to the side. And this is me now talking into the front of the mic, and I'm just checking my levels there. I'm almost peaking there. Again, I'm not even anywhere near a quarter turn on the gain kind of volume on that mic, so I'm going to turn down just ever so slightly more. Okay, so we're going to get even closer then to this, and we're even going to kind of start to whisper into the microphone, because I know that we are getting very close to peaking there. So is it becoming budget to you? Are you getting the budget sound to that? Certainly it feels nice. It feels nice and heavy, and I'm just hoping that the sound does replicate that as well. So let's go for the tabletop test then. So I'm going to put the gain up ever so slightly again there, and I'm going to put this a good distance away. So now we're kind of 3 hands away. I know I'm so stupid for using hands as my measurement, but it's the easiest way that I can measure accurately with right now. So I'm going to pump the gain up just a little bit then on the front of the mic. That is at about halfway, and again that's about, it's about 3 hands width away to me there, and it's picking up a good level anyway. It's getting about minus 15 dB there, so yeah, it is looking okay. Maybe slightly peaking. So I'm going to start to move back then from the mic. I'm going to put the gain up just a little bit more, and then I'm moving. So now I'm about 4 hands distance away from the mic. Now obviously any microphone you're going to want it as close to you as possible. The closer it is to you, the better it's going to sound. That's just a given. So as we move closer to the mic then, I think the general position is going to be on the tabletop, which is just in front of you. So I'm going to move just a little bit closer. Hopefully I'm not moving kind of out of shot here, but this is kind of generally where it's going to be. And let's check the noise floor. Let's check what noise it picks up when I'm not speaking. And do you know what? For a USB mic that is of that price range, for a budget USB mic, I am surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think that is definitely usable audio. That's one thing to say. Compared to the Shure SM7B, obviously it's not up to that kind of a standard, because you're not paying that amount of money. So, but I mean, they always say you get what you pay for. But I think, personal opinion, the best use of this mic is going to be up close to you like that there, perhaps on a boom. So if this was on this boom here, that's going to be kind of that distance away from me. So yeah, I think that's going to be probably the best use of this mic, if you do have it on a boom stand, just to bring it nice and close. I mean, the same with any mic really, the closer, but I think that's where it's going to work well. But I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised at the crispness and just the overall volume, the overall frequency response off the mic for £31 for USB plug and play, no hassle. Like I said, for the podcast that I'm going out on. By the way, if you want to follow that podcast, you want to hear what the results are going to be from that, it's going to be in the description below. It's called Are We Convinced Podcast. I go out and kind of find things that people aren't convinced by, or maybe are convinced by. Maybe people who have thought things all their life and it turns out to be false, or just unpopular opinions. So anyway, that's a complete ramble about the podcast. It's going to be in the description below. You want to click that, you can hear the results of that upcoming episode of me going out and about and getting 2 guests on the podcast using these very microphones, the USB microphones. But I honestly do think this could possibly be the best budget microphone on the market so far. USB microphone, I should add. And for £31, again, I'll add that link in the description as well. For £31, you can't really fault it. It's certainly the build quality that I'm feeling in my hands at the moment, and the sound quality that you're hearing, hopefully you will agree. Now, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already doing that. And please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the fee fine.